The word shall, I think, is an interesting word. I've been thinking about this and mulling over it for a few days. Just how do I want to try to express this? But think about it for a moment. All right, the story of the garden, all right, and the serpent. He took a true fact, but he made it seem as if the word that was a future tense word, shall, meaning sometime in the future, he made it seem as if it was a present tense. So when we read about the story, you're being led into it with assumptions, right? With assumptions that you already have in your mind that, yeah, as soon as they participate in this action, they're done for. When the truth was all along, the wording states it was something that would happen anytime in the future. And I say this because I was looking at the IRS manual the other day because I'm hoping that if we can make it out of this, I can apply for an EIN for. But anyways, so I'm reading over stuff, and as I'm going through it, I noticed something. Right, the word "shall" kept popping up. I was reading tax pages, and the word "shall" kept popping up, and I'm like, wait a minute. We already know taxes are voluntary, but now you're telling me those that do pay them, not only is it something voluntary, but it doesn't specify when in the future you have to pay them. It doesn't say, well, it's 7 years from the day you quit paying them, or 8, 9, 5 years, whatever it is. It doesn't say it. It just says shall. I'm like, wait, that's a future. That's a future tense word. So therein lies an answer to a problem. I mean, of course, they're not going to listen to you when they come pounding in your door to take your stuff, right? But when you're in court, there it is. You didn't specify when in the future. You just said it was going to, sometime in the future, this has to be taken care of. And I was thinking about it because it's the same argument you use when they slap you with a failure to comply. Look up the code. Look up the code in your state. What is the failure to comply? It's going to say something about a person shall do this and shall do that. Well, you know what? That's great. And you know what? Maybe sometime in the future I will. But right now I don't have to. Oh, your car isn't your car has no inspection sticker on there, right? And you can't drive that. But your code states that sometime in the future I will do this. It doesn't state when and by what date it must be done. Because the truth is, just like the IRS, just like these local courts, they're corporations. And corporations cannot tell the living man, a man that's alive, what to do. And that's why they create the all caps you. So they have a corporation that now complies to them and feels their effects. The other part I thought was interesting too was the part about debt, right? That the German term for the word shall, um, one of the German words, because you see, it's mentioned here several times, but this one down here is to have guilt and debt. So they know what they're doing, because don't they use those when they slap you with a code violation? Oh, you were smoking weed. It's not against the law. It's against their codes, right? So when you look at their codes, it's going to say shall this and shall that. So you're like, hey, first thing they ask you, are you guilty? Which you should ask them, am I in the right court? Right? Well, you're guilty, guilty or not guilty, and debt. Look at it. What is these? What was guilty and debt have to do with the word shall? See, they were smart by doing this, but they were dumb by leaving the information still out there. And then look at that. They're guys that they brought over here, right? They're whatever the deities that they worship that they brought over. You know, it makes you think about the lessons on the scarecrow, right?
That the name possibly means debt and is related to the English word shit is a Norn and Norse mythology. Along with Old Norse fate 1 and Verandi, possibly happening or present 2, Det makes up a trio of Norns who are described as deciding the fates of people. Det appears in at least 2 poems as a Valkyrie.
Wow, do you hear that part? That makes up a trio of. Where was that? Where was that part there? Yeah, that makes up a trio of norms that are described as deciding the fates of people, just like a judge. Just like a judge. Do you see that? Wow. Just like a judge. They know exactly what they're doing with this whole system. That is crazy.